Hello and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video we are watching another legendary chess game. This one was played at the Baltic Chess Tournament in 1971 in Riga, Latvia, and it was played between Mikhail Tal, who was playing with white, and his opponent was strong Estonian international master Andres Vooremaa. What is so unique about this game is that Mikhail Tal ended it in a spectacular queen sacrifice, and black just couldn't do nothing and he was forced to resign. So a game you will truly enjoy, so please stay tuned, you will love it. The game started with d4 for Mikhail Tal, d5 for black, we have c4, and we have e6 for black. This is queen's gambit declined. We have knight f3 for white, knight f6 for black, we have g3 for Mikhail Tal, and we are now in Catalan opening, preparing to fianchetto this Catalan bishop. Game continued with bishop e7 for black, we have bishop g2 for white, we have castle for black, and we have castle for white. Game continued with c6 with the idea to create this chain of pawns. Tal continues with b3, he for now doesn't want to trade his pawns. Black played knight b to d7, we have queen c2 for white, we have b6 for black, with the idea to put this bishop on a6, a really common theme in these sort of openings for black. We have knight c3 for Mikhail Tal, and bishop a6 was played for black. We have rook d1, rook c8 for black, and we have bishop b2 for Mikhail Tal. Game continued with b5 for black. Black wants to undermine white's center and to ask him a question: which pawn will you take and what will you do? Tal continues firstly by playing c5 and blocking away this dark squared bishop. Black doesn't care about that and he plays b4, which is a really good move right now, attacking this knight, and this knight is forced to go on a4, which is a really good square. Game continued with bishop b5, another great move for black. The idea is not to trade for this knight, but to protect this really nice diagonal and the invasion of this Tal's knight. Game continued with a3 for white, we have a5 for black, and we have knight e1 for Mikhail Tal. Tal now gets ready to put his knight in the game and to try and attack this pawn. Game continued with queen c7 for black, we have a takes on b4, a takes on b4, and right now Tal plays knight e3, his original idea. Black doesn't want to allow any kind of free pawns and he decided to pick up this knight. After queen picks up on d3, game continued with rook a8 for black. Tal now sees that this bishop on b2 is not doing very well, so that is the reason why he plays bishop c1, and this bishop is much more useful on this nice diagonal. Game continued with e5 for black. Right now black wants to engage in the center and he wants to open up the position. Tal decided to pick up with his pawn, and we have knight picks up on e5. Now computer marks this as an inaccuracy and actually recommends, after d picks up on e5, picking this pawn with your queen. After that Tal would probably play bishop b2 because this bishop would be good here, and after queen e6 the game would continue with queen c2 and the position is equal by the computer evaluation. So after d takes on e5, knight e5 was played for black, and Tal now plays queen d4. Now black decided to play knight f to d7, which is a mistake. After queen d4, actually better move recommended by the computer was to actually move this knight on d7, so knight e to d7 was a better option for black. Of course you cannot see everything, and after bishop f4 for Tal, game continued with bishop f6. Now although computer marked this bishop f4 as an inaccuracy, this is not a mistake. Computer simply sees that bishop b2 was slightly better by computer evaluation. Our game continued with queen picking up this free pawn for Tal, and we have rook a to b8, again marked as an inaccuracy. Computer with his deep calculations sees that g5 was a better option here for black instead of attacking this queen, but this is perfectly reasonable and a human move. We have queen a3 for Tal, and game continued with rook b5 for black. Again computer marks this as a mistake, but black's idea is simple. He wants to pressure this weak pawn and try and play on this weakness of white. Computer sees that of course h5 was a better option for black in this position. Now we have a first strike in the center by Mikhail Tal, it's e4. Tal wants to open the position, and after d picks up on e4, Tal firstly plays knight c3 in between move attacking this rook. Now black decided to pick up this pawn, and after knight picks up on e4, again this rook is attacked, and black decided to put it on c2, with the idea that rooks are always better on the second rank. Unfortunately, computer sees this as a slight inaccuracy and actually recommending putting this rook on b5, although this is not a mistake. Game continued with bishop h3 for Mikhail Tal. Right now this bishop is much more better placed on this long diagonal. And now we have knight f3 played for black, a very tempting move because this is a weakness left by Mikhail Tal. Computer sees this as an inaccuracy and actually recommend playing this knight on b6 as a better option, with the idea to put this knight on d5. Of course, computer has deep calculations, we cannot see everything. Tal continues with king g2, which is a normal and good move. Our game continued with knight d to e5 for black. Black wants to solidify his position in the center and he wants to protect this knight. Tal continues the game with a really nice move, rook d7. Right now this queen is under attack. Of course you cannot pick up this rook with your knight because your queen will fall, because it is pinned by this bishop, and that is the reason that black is forced to play queen b8. Now I just wanted to show you that after rook d7, if you put your queen on c8, this is a terrible mistake because Tal has knight picking up on f6 check, and after you pick up his knight, he has rook picking up on f7, and right now by computer evaluation, the best way to continue this as black is to actually give your queen for 2 pieces, and after king picks up on h3, king picks up on h7, white is doing better because he has material advantage, so this was not good for black at all. So that is the reason why queen b8 was pretty much forced. After this, Tal continues with bishop f5, another really important move. Game continued with rook e2 played here for black, and now we have knight picking up on f6 for Mikhail Tal. So the fireworks are starting, please stay patient, you will see the beautiful sacrifice really soon. We have g picks up on f6, and right now we have a mistake by Mikhail Tal, actually playing king f1. Computer sees this as a mistake because after this move black had a rook e8, and computer evaluates this position as a dead draw. But I'm thinking that this was just a bait for black, because after king f1 the bait actually worked because black played queen b5 with the idea to actually threaten discovered attacks and a really nasty position for white. But unfortunately, as always in these games, black is just one move slower than white. So the bait worked and Tal now sacrifices his queen with queen picks up on f8 check. After this move, Vooremaa resigned because there is no way you will protect a checkmate. I will of course show you. If after this move you pick up this queen, Tal would continue with bishop h6 check, and if you go on g8, rook d8 is immediate checkmate, that's obvious. After this move, if you go on e8, Tal would continue with rook a8 check, weak 8 rank, and after queen goes on b8, rook picks up on b8 is a spectacular checkmate by Mikhail Tal. And this is how this game ended, and this is all I have prepared for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like and share this video, because as you all know, this really helps me a lot. Also, I want to know your opinion about this position. Do you like playing Catalan opening? Did I miss something in the analysis? And what do you like most about Tal's games? If you wish, you can become a channel member and support my work. You can also do one-time donation. Of course, I will leave the link in the description below. Any help is much appreciated. And as always, I really appreciate you watching, and we will see each other in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.